Senator Udall, I believe, has to leave here in a few minutes, so.
Thank you. No, thank you, Chairman Pryor. And it was a very good exchange, but I think one of the important things, Ranking Member Wicker, when we talk about safety and talk about budgets at the same time, I think it is very important that we give the agency the budget they need in order to protect consumers and to protect safety. And I think that's what the chairwoman is talking about. Let me thank you, Chairman Tenenbaum, for your testimony today and CPC's work to protect consumers from unsafe products. And I have some additional questions for the record, but I'd like to focus on the safety issue that I brought up in my opening statement. You know, fall is football time in America, and every year more than 1 million high school kids put on their gear and take to the gridiron, including about 8,000 in my home state of New Mexico. This weekend, in fact, teams from our larger high schools will compete for the state championship. Football is a uniquely American tradition, but football is a contact sport, and thousands of student athletes are injured every year. Many of those injuries are concussions. For young people between the age of 15 and 24 years old, playing sports is the second leading cause of traumatic brain injury, second only to motor vehicle crashes. New Mexico actually has one of the nation's best school sports concussion laws. We require athletes, and it was authored by a fine young state senator named Senator Michael Sanchez. We require athletes who suffer a concussion to sit on the sidelines for 1 week and until a medical professional approves their return to play. But I'm concerned that our young athletes may not be using the best safety equipment. Traditional football helmets, I had a couple here, but I don't want to bring them. First, I was just going to bring one up, and then my staff said, well, you can't, this is our two college football,
Right.
and you can imagine they compete with each other. And so I said, well, we just need one, and they said, no, you can't put up one without putting the other, New Mexico, University of New Mexico and New Mexico State. So anyway, these
And where's
helmets,
the gopher? The gopher. Minnesota Gophers.
well, these are Lobos. You've
Yeah,
got a Lobo
yeah, I
and an
know,
Aggie right here.
Yeah, well,
So,
I know.
okay,
We should
okay.
expand.
You can bring your helmets, Amy,
Okay,
if you want.
thank you.
These helmets are primarily designed to prevent serious injury from a severe direct blow that can crack one's head open. However, football helmets are designed to a safety standard that specifically addresses the dangers from a less severe impacts and indirect hits that can cause concussion. More advanced football helmet designs are available, but the voluntary industry standard has not kept up with the latest technology. The current helmet standard is also a one-size-fits-all approach, from kids playing Pop Warner, the youngest kids, to the pros in the NFL, so one size fits all. I believe that the CPSC has a responsibility to ensure that football helmets meet safety standards that address concussion hazards and reflect the state-of-the-art helmet technology. And there's a lot of discussion out there with neurosurgeons and other experts. And really my question to you, I guess I have two questions. Will you review whether the voluntary football helmet standard and certification practices adequately protect high school and younger athletes from concussion? And will you follow up with the Football Helmet Standards Organization, NOCSE, to make sure they address these safety concerns, especially complaints that the standard is out of date? Please, go ahead.
Thank you, Senator Udall. I completely share your concerns, and I want to provide you and the rest of the members of the subcommittee with some specifics on what we're going to do on this issue and going forward. First of all, in keeping with this mission of protecting consumers from unreasonable risk of serious injury or death from consumer products, including sports equipment such as football helmets, CPSC is committed to working within the standards development community to improve helmet safety standards and testing testing. More specifically, I felt that it was vital for the CPSC staff to establish contact with the personnel of NOCSAE, N-O-C-S-A-E, NOCSAE, the standard-setting body, and we've already made contact with them, and we will continue working with them. So based on this initial outreach, the CPSC technical staff will be joining NOCSAE's standards development process in January in order to monitor and help accelerate their efforts to update the appropriate standards. So we've already started that. In addition, we continue to consider other avenues to augment this effort. I will use the bully pulpit as chairman of the Consumer Product Safety Commission, and we will do all that we can to make sure that the standards-making organization is looking at all the best engineering and science. Every man in my family played football. I still have pictures of my father in high school and college with his leather football helmet on. We are great football fans. We're looking forward to the University of South Carolina playing Auburn for the SEC championship on Saturday.
Oh.
But I'm very concerned, as you are, about the safety of people and the number of concussions. I've followed the news stories about how many people are hurt, and particularly high school students who are just learning how to tackle and can get hurt more seriously. So we are with you on this, and I want you to know that we will keep you updated periodically on our progress.
Thank you very much, and I went over a little bit in my
did
time,
too.
so I appreciate the courtesies from the chairman. But I really appreciate you moving ahead aggressively and doing what you've done already, and really look forward to working with you and all of the people out there across the country that I think have a great concern about these serious safety issues. Thank you very much.